There was once a poor stonecutter who lived in a small village. Every day he went to the mountains, hammer and chisel in hand, and broke stones under the hot sun. He was strong, but his work was hard, and his life was simple. One afternoon, while cutting stones, the stonecutter passed by the home of a wealthy merchant. He looked at the fine house, the expensive clothes, the servants rushing around, and thought, how powerful that merchant must be. How I wish I could be like him. To his surprise, a strange voice whispered, "Your wish is granted." Suddenly, the stonecutter was no longer a poor man. He was now the rich merchant, dressed in silk, living in luxury, surrounded by servants. At first, he was happy. But one hot summer day, he looked out of his window and saw the king passing by in a golden carriage. Soldiers marched beside him, and the people bowed down in respect. The stonecutter thought, "The king is more powerful than me. I want to be the king." And again, the voice whispered, "Your wish is granted." Now he was the king, carried in a golden carriage, wearing a crown, with everyone bowing before him. He felt proud. Until one day, the sun blazed down, scorching the earth, even making the king himself sweat and suffer. The stonecutter thought, "The sun is more powerful than the king. I want to be the sun." And once more the voice whispered, "Your wish is granted." Now he was the sun, shining brightly, burning the fields, drying rivers, feared by all. He felt unstoppable, until a small cloud drifted across the sky and blocked his rays. No matter how hard he shone, he could not move the cloud. "The cloud is more powerful than me," he thought. "I want to be the cloud." The voice replied, "Your wish is granted." Now he was the cloud, covering the sky, pouring rain, flooding villages. He was proud of his strength until he reached a tall mountain. No matter how much rain he poured, the mountain stood strong, unshaken. "The mountain is more powerful than me. I want to be the mountain." The voice whispered again, "Your wish is granted." Now he was the mountain, tall, immovable, majestic. He felt eternal, until one day he felt a sharp pain. It was the sound of a hammer and chisel. A stonecutter was striking him, cutting away pieces of stone. And in that moment, he realized, the stonecutter is stronger than the mountain. And then the voice whispered one last time, "Do you now understand? You were always powerful. You only needed to see your worth." My friend, this story teaches us a lesson we often forget. We spend so much of our lives comparing ourselves to others, wishing to be someone else, chasing power, fame, or wealth. But in the process, we forget the value of who we already are. The stonecutter didn't need to be the king, or the sun, or the cloud, or the mountain. He only needed to recognize the strength in his own hands. And so do you. You may look at others and think they have more than you, but never underestimate your own abilities. You are capable of shaping your destiny with the tools you already have. So the next time you feel small, the next time you wish you were someone else, remember the stonecutter. You are already powerful. You are already enough. You simply need to recognize your worth and keep chiseling away at your dreams, because one day the world will look at what you built, and they will bow, not to your crown, not to your riches, not to your position, but to your persistence.